Great, right? But what if we said something like, can Zambia become the proof point restructuring and reform can work, right? And one way in which I did this was obviously making friends, etc. But a key way was when I send my pitch, it needs to be immediately catchy. You need to think about the editor at Wall Street Journal or the BBC or CNN. You need to think about what is it that motivates them right now? What's going on in their world that would make them look at a story just from the headline and say, this is a story I'm interested in, and we can go ahead and cover it. Because oftentimes, stories are shut down purely based on the headline, right? But what if we said something like, can Zambia become the proof point restructuring and reform can work, right? Remember, you said it yourself at the beginning that we defaulted on, and this is well known, we're one of the first, I think there are only about 2 countries globally, and we were one of those.
COVID era, yeah.
But now we have this amazing, we've come from that, and in what, that you say COVID era, this is now 2025. So in 5 years, right, so kudos to the current administration, in 5 years, our profile is changing. You know, I would think, somebody might say, Africa's first to reset the debt rules. Zambia charts a new path for sustainable finance. Think about it as, who's the guy who's going to look at this? When you say Africa's first to reset something, to change something, immediately I'm looking at that going, oh wow, Africa's first, and then next to that, Zambia? Zambia is first at what? We're resetting something, right? The headline has to be catchy. And this is both for the person reading, but also when you're pitching a story. Because the guy at Financial Times, he receives not less than 1,000 pitches every single day. And he's only got a few seconds to look at what you're talking about before he decides he's going to run your story. We want those stories to be in global publications. We want the Financial Times and other folks to report about us. Let's make the headline catchy. And by the way, this is not embellishing. This is just telling a better story. Because it's actually true. We were one of the first to default, and we're getting back on our feet. Let's jazz that up.